Hey yo everyone and welcome. I'm your friend Art of Mana, and let's dive into the 705th stream, episode 2 of a few of my favorite games. This game that we're playing tonight being Disney's Aladdin. And if you know anything about the history of Disney's Aladdin in video games, Well, you know that there are actually two really significant versions. I won't get too deep into it. I'm sure a Wikipedia perusal would probably serve you better than me trying to remember everything. But the big key points are that Capcom had an arrangement with Disney and Nintendo where they were the primary developers for all Disney related games on Nintendo platforms. As a result, the version that the Super Nintendo had was a Capcom original game, whereas the Sega Genesis version was entirely different. It was developed by a different team, different company, and a key point, because it was getting a bunch of press at the time, was that it actually included the original developers, or excuse me, not developers, but the original artists from Disney who worked on the movie. And consequently, the pixel art was just beautiful. The animation was beautiful, and it looked very much like the movie. Granted, I will say that the Sega Genesis was not as powerful as the Super Nintendo in some ways, and in terms of just the amount of colors on the screen, it was lacking. So it definitely looks flatter than what you'll see tonight on the Super Nintendo, but it looks like the movie. Now, this game does not look like the movie as such, but I think it is a incredible game. Capcom was totally on their A game when this game came out, and they had been just putting out gem after gem, successful game after successful game, and this was another in line with that. I think Capcom really just hit it right in terms of almost the first parkour-like game. If you ever heard of Mirror's Edge, I think Disney's Aladdin for the Super Nintendo did it first. In fact, there was a 2D Mirror's Edge that I played way, way later. It was an iPad game, and I remember enjoying it a lot, but also thinking, boy, this reminds me a lot of Disney's Aladdin. As you can see behind me, look, it's all about the platforming, right? Now, the Genesis version was a very different sort of thing. It was beautiful, but the platforming, I don't think, is as good. Technically, there's a lot more information on the screen because they were using the artists for the movie, and I don't think it always translated well to clearly identifying where you were meant to go. But also, and maybe more importantly, it was more of a hack and slash kind of game. You had a sword and you had apples that you threw. This game does away with the sword, and instead it's really about jumping on people's heads, and you have this great momentum where you actually leap off of enemies' heads, and it's just fantastic. We'll get into it. I'll talk more about it. But that's one of the reasons I love coming back to this version. Now, Ms. Mana loves the Genesis version. Maybe we'll have to play that another time. This is my favorite, and so we're going to play it. Both are good, though. So, hey, what do you think? If you've played both of them, which is your favorite? If you've only grown up with one, which one have you played?
Has transpired.
Dash!
Done so according
Dash!
to my design.
What?
It was I
Dash!
who allowed your rebel friends
We're
to
gonna play Aladdin.
subscribe to your
We're going to play Aladdin, Dash. This is what I meant to hit, but I hit the wrong thing. Dash. See, I was so excited.
On
Hit
the
wrong
second
thing.
day of Gaming Advent Calendar, Artuf Mana got to see 4 years of Suubs, 3 Mana Derps, 2 Wii Nunchucks, and an Aladdin adaptation on the Super NES tree. Thanks for all you do and season greetings, Mana.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Dash, thank you so much. Oh, we gotta, look, Manabot did a good job, but we gotta sing this, right? Okay. On the second day of Gaming Advent Calendar, Art of Mana got to see 4 years of subs, 3 Mana Derps, 2 Wii Nunchucks, and an Aladdin adaptation on the Super NES tree. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, Dash Magnum, thank you, thank you, thank you. That was awesome. 4 years. Holy guacamole. Holy guacamole. And Chrono, welcome on in. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Now, ooh, interesting. Now, Pixel Knight says so far both Disney games. I'm not sure. I'm watching some old Cartoon Network Christmas specials. So far, both Disney. Okay, I think those are two different things. But I'm wondering if you're saying the Hook game and this are Disney games, because they're technically... Hook isn't technically not a Disney movie. As far as I know, it didn't have Disney involvement. I could be wrong. Everything's Disney these days, so I could be wrong. But Chrono rubs a lamp. Out pops a genie. When asked what is his wish, Chrono wishes Art of Mana to stream tonight. Ah, hey, you got your wish. And yay. The Ben 10 jacket. Indeed, Memory Martin. I'm excited for that. Animate Bro, thank you so much for this, the emotes for Dash and everything like that. And Maverick, hello. How are you doing? You're thinking Peter Pan. Exactly. I think that's right, Memory Martin. So, here's the thing. Yeah. This is the Super Nintendo box. Here's the box. This is the actual box. It's the box to Aladdin. This is a box. It's a real box. It's not a fake box. It's the actual box. It's a box. This is one of the few Super Nintendo games, because I got it, on a clearance. It was real popular. It was one of the few that I actually got. This was interesting too because it was later, and see how they had this sort of lighter use of cardboard insert, and also interestingly, they went to a black and white manual. So the instruction manual is no longer in color, but you can see still some good artwork in there and whatnot. So this is one of the few Super Nintendo games I actually have in good shape with the original box, because I got it later. It was still in the era of the Super Nintendo, and it was one that I played a lot, but it was one where I was kind of starting to think about keeping my boxes. So this is what we are playing tonight. As I already kind of talked about some of the history of this, if you need me to repeat it, I know some people are coming in, let me know. I might repeat it a little later too. But I also am curious, for those of you who have played both the Genesis version and the Super Nintendo version, do you have a favorite? If you've only played one, which is it? Really excited to kind of hear what you have to say, because this is one of the games I've obviously chosen in this month of playing some of my favorite games. And we're going to just kind of dive right into it. We actually ended up playing Hook first and beating it. Now we're going to hop on here real quick. We want to just double check. So dash with Y, B, jump, throwing apples, A, hovering with your... you'll see you eventually get a little piece of cloth that you can use to hover. All that's good. No ways to add extra continues or things like that. There's no difficulty levels. It's tough. Pixel Knight says the one I grew up with was the one with Aladdin. Remember, Martin, hey man, a follow-up question to what I asked you earlier today. Does it have to be in that USB port? I don't believe, this is just to fill people in, a question Memory Martin asked where, so basically the question is, can we, or do you use the USB port in your original dock, your original Switch dock, the one that is on the back between the power, USB-C power, and the HDMI output? I use it personally for the LAN adapter, and so that's how I use it. I don't believe you need to put it in there, but the LAN adapter is kind of big and bulky, and I don't necessarily like having it off the side because of my particular setup. But you could certainly do it anyway. So my favorite was this one. I beat both, but love this one more, Maverick says. Why is that? I'm curious, Maverick. I'm curious. What is it about this one? I sort of already talked about the fact that this one, I feel, just nails that sort of parkour movement. I mean, right now, you can kind of just walk back and forth. You can see the animation is great. Capcom was just really solid on this. It does not look like the movie art, but it's beautiful. I mean, I think the graphics are great. You can see on the background, look at the little kid with the bird up there. And then you can just do things like that. And how fun is that? And then, like, you can hop on to, ooh, see, it's kind of slippery. Hop onto the head of this guy, do a little thwoop. I mean, look at that. Look at that. We were talking about some serious business here. This is a really great game in terms of momentum. Look at that. We just did a thing up there. We're going to get some apples. Woohoo! And we can do like short jumps. This is great. You can get continues from Genie. That's right, Maverick. This one feels smoother gameplay-wise. He was more flexible and felt more like how Aladdin was in the movies and shows. See, I think you really said it. I mean, that's how I feel. Whereas technically, look at this. You can I love it. You can like do all kinds of stuff. Where technically, where technically the other one looked more like the movies, this one moved more like the movies. Does that make sense? Now look, I can kind of do a little hover. Oops, I actually wanted to hover over there. Oops. Whee! So, yeah. Okay, so now we're going to actually make it all the way over here. Because I believe, yeah, 1 up. Sweet. But there's something down here. Yay, more health. Oops. And we can do little things like that. Isn't that great? I don't know what the little birds in these pots are doing. There's a lot of them in Agrabah, apparently. Look, you just knock a little a snake in the teeth. Ooh, and then we can grab this so we have a chance to get some cool things from the genie. Oops. Abu is so cute, right? Oh, Maverick asks if I ever got all red gems. I don't recall. It's been a hot minute since I've played this. What do you get when you've collected all the red gems? Is there a thing? Is that like a special ending or something? I'm curious. And this makes me wonder, Dash asks, how do people feel about the movie in general? It came out while I was still fairly young, and I know I tend to trend on the older side of most people in chat. I always wonder how much of my memory comes from nostalgia. Ooh, yeah, that's a really great point. I'd love to know that too. Thank you, Dash. And Witty Kendra's in the house. Oh, we just got our first hit there. Also, we've got Chrono saying Chrono saying I liked the old movie, but the TV show is good too. Chrono says I haven't watched the new one, not sure I want to. Yeah, the live action, I'm with you on that. It's a disappointment. But I think I'm disappointed with all of the live action, mostly because I just feel like the animation is so good that why would you take that away? But all right, break time. Let's see if we can't get ourselves a continue or a 1-up or something. Who knows? Spin that wheel. See what do we get? What do we get? I'll take a 2-up. I'll take a genie. Oh no, it's gonna be the star. Oh, it's a 1-up. Cool. Haven't seen the movie in a long time. Never saw the new one or show, so I can't really comment. But I'm a big Robin Williams fan. Rest in peace. Fair memory, Martin. Yeah, Robin Williams, fantastic. Pixel Knight says it's a Disney live-action remake. None of them are good. I mean, you know, I actually didn't find the Beauty and the Beast movie offensive. Although, again, I think a lot of the reason that maybe I don't like the movies or whatnot is because I have nostalgia. Oh, thanks, Scooter. Mulan and Lion King especially are bad. Oh, that's too bad. Mulan was one that I was kind of interested in, but then didn't want to watch because there was some controversy, as they say. I don't know. Scooter, thank you so much. All right. Let's see here. Yo, you don't want the genie. What does the genie do? I forget. Look at that guy getting all mad there. So I do apologize. One thing I've noticed is while most of my setup is good, and I don't know why, but I do feel like I do get this sort of stutter with these old games. I believe...
Thanks for hosting.
I believe the reason... Oh, thank you so much. Woody Kendra, I appreciate that. And maybe we could get a shout out. Dash for Scooter and Kendra, and maybe Scooter for Dash. That'd be awesome. And then I'm gonna get a shout out here from Memory Martin. And I think between us, we're gonna get all of the shout outs, and we'll be good. There we go. Look at all these shout outs. They're all happening. A few of my favorite friends. I was curious which Aladdin you were going to play, Scooter says. See, there we go. Yeah, I was talking earlier about how Ms. Mana prefers the Genesis version. I prefer this version. We'll talk a little bit more about the history and why there's the differences and whatnot here in a little bit. I also just want to finish up, though, saying I don't really know what I can do to sort of alleviate some of that weird stuttering, other than say that it should be an eventual fix. The reason for it is that I believe, anyways, I am streaming, or I'm capturing the game in 30 frames per second, which I know Scooter's big on it being being 60. But I actually attempted to stream 720p 60 frames a second and realized that my cheap $15 capture card only captures 30 frames. And I do happen to have a way to capture 60, but it would require a lot of changing things around. So it's one of those things where someday, when I'm a real streamer, maybe I'll grab some equipment upgrades and stuff like that. But right now, as you know, I'm also just dealing with my Switch going out. I saw someone mention, maybe they can tell me who it was, saying that they had some Switch issues maybe. Aw, shucks. What's going on? Your Switch is giving out as well? There we go. Whee! Oh gosh. There we go. Whew. Live action Lion King turned out to be the best. It turned one of the best villain songs to a speech. Oh no, Pixel Knight. That's right. What is it? Yeah. I have this song stuck in my head right now, so I can't think of the name of it. But be prepared. There we go. Be prepared. Right. Yep. There we go. Thank you. Yeah. Do I want to get up there maybe? Let's try it. So Scooter likes this version better too. Why? I'm curious, my friend. I'm curious. So as I was saying earlier, the timing which this released, it actually was around the time where Capcom still had the license for their for Disney games on Nintendo systems. And so that's why there's a version that Capcom made for the Super Nintendo, and why there's the Genesis version so different. Because again, Capcom had the license for Disney on Nintendo, but not for other systems such as the Genesis. Oh, I missed the red gem there. Oh well. Let's see. For my part, the animation from this game is working pretty smoothly so far. Oh, good. Okay. I mean, it's not bad. It's just, it's 30 frames. It's not as smooth. It looks buttery smooth, on original hardware and whatnot. So. Now, Memory Martin, I will say Beauty and the Beast one wasn't bad, though I feel like because Emma Watson being Belle makes me think that another person who was a live-action princess should be an official Disney princess. Oh, like a person? Yeah, I get that. Like Emma Watson should be officially a Disney princess. I'll go for that. Emma Watson can be a Disney princess. Don't forget the 3-minute section of the live-action Lion King where you watch a piece of hair get eaten, pooped out, and sniffed. Ew, Maverick, are you serious? Let's not remember that, actually. Please and thank you. Scooter, I'm glad the Disney Classic Games. I'm glad. I got the Disney Classic Games for Lion King and Aladdin. Oh no, it's getting updated to have the SNES Aladdin and all versions of the Jungle Book for $10 more if you already have the first collection. Are you serious? No way. That gives so much more value to that. Oh, it's our first boss battle here. So you'll see this is so far we've been doing a lot of sort of action, right? But now, what do? You got to wait for your opportunity here. He's going to be real mad right there. Oh man, he's going wild. You kind of got to do your thing. Oh, see? There we go. Timing's a little weird. So the boss battles here, it's changing things up. See if he can. There we go. You have to sort of wait for him to do his stuff. There we go. All right, look at Abu. He's happy. We're happy. That would be the definitive collection indeed. Cool. And there's, of course, Jasmine. And it's that lovely Capcom art aesthetic. It's beautiful, rounded, very 3D looking. So Capcom, and a lot of actually pixel art around this time was starting to experiment with not necessarily using like black outlines, but actually trying to shade, well, kind of like Disney here, like giving that illusion of depth. And I really like it. If only they had the Disney Afternoon Collection on Switch PixelNet, I agree. We didn't look at the story so far, actually. I skipped it. That's too bad. It does show, of course, the intro to the story and how they go down into the Cave of Wonders of Jafar and the thief. And anyways, start out as Aladdin on the street and all that jazz. But all that Jasmine, if you will. Mainly you want to try Darkwing Duck. Oh, that's a fun one, Pixel Knight. It's a fun one, actually. Disney made a Shirley Temple movie? Really? But, like, look here. See how there's not actually black outlines? It's the colors used in the characters themselves. So Abu has this, like, dark brown. And of course, Aladdin's vest has that purple outline, and the pants are kind of gray. I really like that. And then you can see this is a real kind of popular Capcom aesthetic, having the sort of mirror reflection. I actually think of the 90s Star Wars logo when I think of this, or I see that, Let's get dangerous. Let's get dangerous, Kronos says. I agree. Also, lol at Grumpy Abu. Dash says. Now this is fun. You can kind of do this. So we're in the Cave of Wonders now, right? So this is following the story of the movie. And we can do little tricks like so. That's why it pays to have the sailcloth, we'll call it. We can knock the bat against the wall. That bat's seen better days. You carry your health over from level to level, so you really do want to conserve your health and whatnot. I love this. Look at the little animation as you grab your hat when you duck down. Again, Capcom was at their best. So the Genesis version of of Aladdin got a lot of press because the artists that were working, at Nintendo on the movie helped to, oh golly, oh I'm gonna miss it, darn, helped to actually create the artwork. Yeah, it's long gone. And that, yeah, I remember even like in an episode of, or in a issue of 321 Contact, seeing a big article about how cool that was. But here we go. But I think that the feel, and as it's been mentioned before, the feel of this game is more, more aligned with Aladdin, the movie. Whereas the other, you're using a sword, which isn't really on par for the character anyway. And it almost feels like gameplay takes a back seat to the visuals, because sometimes where you're meant to go and the level design is actually rather difficult to follow. This one is just very fluid. I likened it to Mirror's Edge. It's like the first parkour game, right? Look, we found carpet. Scooter, oh nice. You got the collector's edition of Disney's Aladdin and Lion King where it was packaged as a Sega Genesis box. Nice. Yeah, I think that was on my wish list and it kind of just fell off. But yeah. I actually would probably have gotten the Super Nintendo version, except that then I felt bad because you're paying a lot of money and you could get like the Genesis version special edition that is in a clamshell case, or you get like a cardboard box for the Super Nintendo version. And I think it added like $30 or something, and it was hard to justify. I love that little head movement there. I've definitely succumbed to that area before, and we're doing all right though. Hey Dio, welcome on in. We're playing Disney's Aladdin on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. And I don't know, platformers, I've mentioned this before. I've definitely talked about my favorite game being Secret of Mana, favorite series being The Legend of Zelda, and yet, interestingly enough, my favorite genre would be platformer. I also like Mario Kart as a favorite series, and again, we've got action RPG, racer, no platformers, but platformers, as I said, are my favorite. So go figure that. I don't know, but I could just play a platformer all day long and enjoy it. And I think that's part of why you're going to probably be seeing a lot of platformers. There are other genres that we'll see. By the way, poor Abu, what'd you do? What'd you do, my man? We should probably keep track of these, I just realized. And I think I'm going to do that with a simple picture from my iPad here. Pop. Man, I wish that this was something you could do back in the day. I remember writing all these passwords down. It was always such a pain, you know. Dio did a fish fry today. Oh, nice. Pixel Night, I would sing A Whole New World, but all the birds in the world would die. Oh, and this is where it gets really tricky. Hold on, I'll have to catch up on chat in a moment. And I'm curious what the thing with Giselle is, what's going on there. Anyway, so this is one of those stages. Actually, the Genesis version, Cave of Wonders, is also very difficult. Maybe more so than this. I don't know. Maybe I'm just more used to this one. Either way, it's not easy. Whoa. This is going to be a sort of auto-scroller, right? Well, actually, it's going to be an auto-scroller. Ah, no. Shucks. This might be my first loss here. We'll see how things go. So far, so good, but I have a bad feeling about this. Ah! Oh, now I'm making the Aladdin noises, not even trying to, right? A little slow down there. Woo! You know, auto-scrollers are obviously... Yeah, we got some bread. Auto-scrollers are often maligned for speedrunners. I don't know. I think the first auto-scroll encounter I ever had was in Super Mario Brothers 3. Now, what was the first time you ever encountered a auto-scroll level? Yeah, mine was in Super Mario Brothers 3, and honestly, I thought it was cool. I was like, wow, what is this? We're not even going for those. Woo! And yeah, I still think they're neat. Oh my gosh. That was unfortunate. Nice save, Dio says, but then that happened. What memory, Martin, remember? So I don't know Dio's sister. I don't believe. No, I want to reserve, please. I only do shout-outs if I ask for them, please. Well, you know what? Yes, but also, in this case, I mean, if it's Dio's sister, you know what? Yes, but just in the future, just yeah, we'll do shout outs, because I don't want it to just because I want people to, if there's a shout out in the channel, remember it's meant to be like, it's kind of a big deal. It's me trying to, share. It's not just a thing. Otherwise, if anyone and everyone got a shout out just, for coming in at any time, I might as well get a bot to do it, But yeah, let's do it. So who is this though? I want to know more about it. She's family friendly. I want to know about who is this? Dally art. I'm gonna check this out. Who is this? I don't know who they are. No, followed. Because I trust Dio. I sing, draw, voice act sometimes all at once. Cool. Family friendly? I guess, what did they do? Some just chatting, some Deltarune, and some art. All right, right on. Well, I mean, that's pretty cool. So, there we go. And yeah, folks, if you don't know Dio, Dio is actually pretty cool. Definitely family friendly and worth checking out. So, little bit for you to someone maybe you haven't followed. So, auto scrollers are the bane of the speedrunner. Dio says, indeed they are. Pixel Knight says currently drawing a concept. I'm curious. Oh, she's working on your VTuber model. Nice. That's super cool. All right, so Scooter says Super Mario Bros. 3 World 1-4. That was the first auto scroller. Maverick says Toasty Aladdin. Indeed. Yeah, and Dash says, I remember dying so many times in this level back in the day. So what is this? Dash says, yeah, agreed, Memory Martin. Memory Martin's talking about something with regards to Giselle. The Disney movie I was talking about before was 2007's Enchanted. The movie starts and ends animated, but most of it is live action. Amy Adams is the main character. The reason she wasn't made an official Disney princess, Amy Adams became Giselle. By that logic, Belle shouldn't be... Oh, this is the whole section. Hold on, this is the part where I've lost a lot here, so we got to pay attention. Yeah, interesting. By that logic, Belle shouldn't be one anymore because now Emma Watson is, and they definitely can't hire her to walk around Disney World every day. Weird. That's super weird. Spider-Mans are getting spoiled when it comes to movies, especially when they reveal Tom Holland is getting another Spider-Man trilogy. Yeah, and that is super. Thank goodness bats can only fly at one height, Dash says. Oh my gosh, that's fun. Okay. Just got affiliate last week. Nice, Dio. That's awesome. Can we get another shout out for Dio, please, actually? This is where I always had to save my sisters, Maverick says. All right. Scooter says, Art of Mana, I agreed that the Super Nintendo version Collector's Edition was very underwhelming, so I switched to the Genesis clamshell instead. That's it. I like that. I like what you did there. I like what you did with that. So my logic for not getting the physical copy of that as of yet, I might still at some point, but in fact, I'm pretty sure I actually did have it like in my shopping cart one time, like my physical shopping cart at a store. But I own all of the games on their original hardware. So that's the Genesis version of this game. This game, of course, and then Lion King and Jungle Book. I don't have the Genesis version of Jungle Book. I think I've got both the Genesis and Super Nintendo versions of Lion King because that was something Ms. Mana had grew up with, so I kind of had to do it. Hey, we did pretty good there. Not bad, actually. Lava wave, right? But the Genesis Cave of Wonders area is very difficult, and I've messed up. And I'm not as familiar with that game. I probably need to put more time to get good at it, but I remember messing up so often that Ms. Mana actually told me the little trick on how you can bypass a level. She said that's what they did all the time growing up. They would just skip it, move on to the next, and just keep playing. To be fair, I think I would probably do the same thing, actually. But I think in the 90s, I mean, the 90s were such a great era for video games. And Capcom and Konami, in terms of third-party developers, were just on a roll, pushing out these incredible games based on very much beloved classic IPs. Well, they weren't classic at the time, but just really good IPs, I should say. Intellectual properties, if you know what I mean. This is, by the way, the easiest way to get past this section. Take the high road. You know, you take the low road, and I'll get to Agrabah before you. Anyone know that song? It's not actually like that. Ooh, I've done that before. You gotta wait. Gotta wait for the genie. You gotta wait. Oh yeah. And then we gotta just go slow. Gotta do the things. Definitely pays to have this little this lovely sailcloth. Whoa. Can we do this? Oh no. Oh no. That was terrible. Oh, expect this part of the VOD to be muted? No way, really? It shouldn't be, should it? Is this actually something, will it get muted? Do you think it would? I feel like it wouldn't because it's not quite the original. I did lower the volume there. Like if it was, because bots that scan for the use of music and whatnot, they're gonna be looking for a digital sound print, right? And it's just dissimilar enough that maybe it'd get by. But you know, good point, Memory Martin. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the music a little bit quieter there, just in case. Come on, you can't mute a friend like me. All right, we'll bump it a little bit more. I'm talking enough anyway. It's like MIDI music, Dio says. It pretty much is. Maverick says, what's funny is if you're lucky or unlucky for this game, if you get the genie icon at the first level scarab, you skip right to here. Same happens if you get it on the last stage of the game. And then you have to... Yeah. You lose all the other levels. Like, you don't play them? I forget that. That's interesting. Mary Martin, good point. Thank you very much, my friend, for looking out for me. Living up to the Secretary of Mana role. Mary Martin's the best. Okay. Whoopsie. Here we go. So, if you weren't able to make it for Hook, the last game, we actually ended up beating it. And I am not anticipating beating all of the games that I'm playing as part of a few of my favorite games series. I'm playing 10 different games in the month of December. And, and so, some of them are ones where I might be able to beat them, but plenty of them are longer games too. So, you know, we're gonna go for it, and play the game if we like it and we didn't beat it and we want to come back to it later. That's always an option, you know. Might just do a whole new kind of series or something. But the idea I have is basically to just showcase some of my favorite games, the things that I could play even a little bit of time and time again. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've popped in this game or Hook just to play a level or two. Seriously, it doesn't have to be the whole game. Just that first level. It's just so satisfying. So that's kind of what I'm trying to accomplish with this. And if it's a game that has a good game design, good game feel, you know, that's what it comes down to. That's what keeps me coming back. This is definitely that for me. Whoa! Disney, this game is always worth coming back to. Right, Maverick? Now you got me wondering if the if the brief bit of Star Trek music I used at the start of my stream got muted. Oh, I don't know. Scooter says, then again, most of my DuckTales remastered stream got muted. But I think that's because that music is a little bit more akin to the original. You own the SNES Lion King with the original box? Nice, Scooter. Right on. Illusion of Gaia is another game I keep coming back to. Maverick. That is a game that I have wanted to actually play through to completion for so long. And I don't know why I haven't. I have it. It was like one of those ones I wanted to buy, but I never did. And then I finally got it. And then it was like I had to wait. And then I just never actually ended up playing it. It was long after, other systems had come out and whatnot. But that's on my 2 playlist. It really is. It's one that I love the look of it, and what I've played over time has seemed really cool. But yeah, I haven't. Yeah, the tongues, Dash says. Yeah, it's a little weird. Can we just? Yeah. It's a little weird. I'm making a note here to play Illusion of Gaia. Like, that's something I need to prioritize. I should do that. That's a good point. So anyway, it's a lot. Woo! Maverick says just a little bit of tongue action there. This is such a bizarre level. A note that I mentioned in the last stream, some of you, I know it was on a Thursday, and I know not everyone can come and hang out on a weekday, but yeah, so I actually, you know what? Since there are some folks here that weren't here before, I'm just going to mention real quickly that this series I'm doing, again, it's meant to be a few games that I just enjoy, and I'm going to play as much as I can. It doesn't have to be the whole game, as I've said. These levels are perfect for Genie. I know, Dash, right? So, I'm revealing the games sort of as I go, sort of advent calendar style. If you're not familiar with an advent calendar, I put my schedule out, and then it's all sort of blank. And I'll show you here. So I've got, well, if I go here, so this was the, this is the reveal of Hook. As you can see, so when I start, I have just the one image that just has 1 and 2 on it, but then I revealed Hook, and then, we reveal Aladdin. Close that flap up, close it up, open it up, there you go. So that's how I'm doing this. I think it's kind of fun that way. And that's how I'm actually showing that I've gone live in my tweets and Discord. So if you are interested, I'll show you the times I'm going to stream at the start of the week. I'll pin that to my Twitter page. I'll put that on Discord. But then I actually will reveal the games the night I'm playing, just to kind of give a little surprise, a little excitement. The season of Advent is a time of preparation and anticipation for what we celebrate at Christmas Day and Christmas season, the birth of Jesus. And so it's this anticipation of the light of the world coming into the world. And it's something that we count down to traditionally with something like an Advent calendar, often with a little bit of scripture inside, maybe a little chocolate or something like that. And it's gotten, now it's like you see all of them. They're all like, they start in December, even though Advent started actually in November. But anyways, it's something that you can see in stores and get little chocolates out of them. It's a fun tradition. I say go for it. Just have fun with it. It's cool. So that's kind of what I've done here with these games. It's like some of these games that, because of course something, we're with Advent, we're anticipating this time, the season of Christmas, this joy of acknowledging Christ's birth and presence in the world, and then of course with one another, sharing that same gratitude and joy through sharing experiences and giving gifts and trying to bring some of that light into the world. And so I kind of look at some of the games that I really have enjoyed as something that has impacted me and brought a smile into my life. And so I'm trying to share that with all of you. So yeah. Oh yeah. Nice. Dash. I think it's a great way to do it. The surprise. It's all part of the fun. And that's right. Already lit the hope candle. Nice. Yes. Actually, I didn't take a picture of that. I should have. We have our Advent wreath and we're lighting the candles. Mana Sprout's really enjoying that. So Pixel Knight asks a question. Hey, does anyone have a holy grail item they want to get for a collection? Ooh. What a fantastic question. By the way, Dio says, I go back to Mario 3 constantly. Just a well-made game. So many levels. Yeah. And I should play Illusion of Gaia, Maverick says. Okay. Cough, mana finish Zelda before I'm 50. Pixel Knight says, cough. Pixel Knight can always go back to Mega Man Star Force. I'll have to keep my mouth shut when you play Gaia, Maverick says. Fair, fair. In terms of a holy grail item, I mean, a lot of the games I really wanted, I've acquired. In fact, one such piece of, it was really of hardware, was getting a CDI, a Philips CDI. So I'm still really thrilled to have that. And I think that, my collecting days, gosh, one of the things I'd like to look into is some of these retro game boxes, like kind of loot crate style things you can get and subscribe to. I think it would be really interesting. Again, I'm just such a fan of retro games, but the thing is that unfortunately right now it's so expensive, and the prices have just gotten astronomical, and it's hard to find the stuff you're really looking for. And so I've kind of realized that I don't know how much more my collection is going to grow. There are some things I definitely would like to get. One such game would be Wario Land for the Game Boy, because it's one that I really grew up playing. The Contra game for the Game Boy, believe it or not, is one I want to get. There are a few more NES and SNES games that I would like to track down, and N64 as well. But most of the really important games for me I've gotten, and some of the ones that I don't have, I just don't feel it's going to be feasible. Evo, Search for Eden, that's one I would love to get for the Super Nintendo, but it's so expensive. So I've just kind of said I've given up on that. And unfortunately, there's not a re-release of it. So if there ever was, that'd be super, and I think I would just totally retire any notion of getting it. But until such time, I think it's still loosely on my list, but I've really given up getting it. In terms of the NES, I'm trying to think, what were some of the ones? There were a couple, but I can't think of them. For the Atari 2600, I actually want to get Adventure. I don't have Adventure, so that's on my list. I would like to get the other Quest games. So there's sort of Earth Quest and, or what is it? Is that what it's called? Earth Quest, Sea Quest, all those? I think that's what they're called. Anyway, it was a a whole attempt to sort of create these loosely connected games with almost like a serialized release. But they're not terrific games, but I kind of just still am intrigued by them. But I mean, there most of the important kind of things I feel like I've got. I'm feeling pretty good. Oh yeah, this is oh, it's Abu. Hey Abu. How you doing? Abu? Abu? Love it. That cracks me up. That little segment right there. So I'm not gonna lie, Art of Mana, I had different plans to stream tonight, but seeing you play this, I want to get the update to play this on stream. There you go. There you go, my friend. You should do this. Play this. Pixel says, personally, I want a Transformers animated Jetfire and Jetstorm. Those two were always my favorite as a child, especially Jetstorm. Me and my brother would always argue who could be Jetstorm. Nice. Dash says, I guess for me, one thing would be either a real or master grade model of the Easy-8 Gundam. Nice. Maverick says, so this stage was actually from a kid's book tied to the first movie. It added a short story about Abu. Maverick, I didn't know that. Oh, and by the way, my mom's favorite level. She would always ask to play this. When I would play this game, my mom would get the opportunity to play this. I'd hand the control over to her. In fact, yeah, this was like her speed. She liked this. Oh, my friends, let's go on a magic carpet ride. 'Cause this opportunity to hang out with you, this opportunity to play games that have a big role in my life is a great honor and pleasure. I get to show you the world of some of my favorite games. And if you didn't know, where you go is where I'm dreaming. I missed it. Oh, man. I won't dare close my eyes, because I gotta get all of the prizes. These gems sparkling in the night sky. The stage is why I only did all red gems once, Maverick says. Fair. Yeah, this one's hard to get all the red gems, that's for sure. Ah, look at the fireworks. How good is that? How good? How good? So I'm telling you, this is it. It's like a victory lap, Dash says. Exactly. We're taking that next picture. It's Jafar, Jasmine, Aladdin, Jafar. Take that. I can show you the world, Pixel Knight says. Shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, when did you last let your heart decide a whole new world? Yeah. The stage is cool, but those red gems. A new fantastic point of view. Aladdin is also one of my favorite Disney movies. No one to tell me no, or where to go, or say you're only dreaming a whole new world. Okay, sorry. We're gonna get back to this. You're supposed to sing it badly. Okay. I think I did enough. There we go. Look at that. A guy. Thank you. What a guy helping out. I gotta get some water. Woo! All right, let's do it. There we go. So, this is. By the way, I mentioned last stream more to come, more updates to come, but this was pretty fortuitous in some ways that I'm playing these games right now, because yes, unfortunately, my Switch's fan 100% died. It is gone. Is gone. So, oof. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's too much happening right there. Oh boy. Whew. We're gonna try and get out of the way of that. But yes, more updates to follow. More updates to follow. Oof. Look at that. It's creepy, right? Isn't it? I think there's a way to get over there. I think it's like that. Haha, red gems. Ooh, and I think I want... Oh, boy. We got a life, took a hit. I mean, I'll take it. Whee! Okay. Woo! He's getting better at the arching. Yeah, as you notice, I don't really use the apples that much. I probably should do that. Even every guy's a critic, even the guy with the knives. But you know, aren't the graphics in this game so great? I use an apple. Miss entirely. Woo! Eek! So much going on. There we go. See ya, Iago. One of the best villains right there too. Aladdin! That voice, I can't do it really well, but it's like, we're gonna get Aladdin. Can you imagine what if I just did the rest of the stream like that? I forgot to throw an apple. Why's that guy keep getting me? Maybe I can get that. Oh, I'm gonna miss the scarab. Never clip my singing. Thanks. Kronos says I'm gonna kill my throat. I can't do it anymore. I'm done. My Switch is on the same road. Looking for an OLED. Not likely going to happen this month, Kronos says. Yep. I think we're about to find out how snake-like Jafar can be, Dash says. Good, stop hurting yourself, Kronos says. Careful now, man, Dash says. Yeah, I'm supposed to sing tomorrow. I probably shouldn't do that too much longer. Check, please, Maverick says. Oh, man. What are we going to get? Oh, no! No! Oh. Did I actually... I was trying to decide if I spilled water on myself. I would have laughed if you got Genie. I know, Maverick. I was like so scared. Rip esophagus, Dash says. Ooh. There we go. Wah! So, Dash, how was your stream this week? I presume you were doing... was it some more Star Trek Online? I think that's what you said you were doing. Ooh, hey, big fella. Ooh, okay. Ooh, take it nice and slow. Hot foot. But that reminds me of the start of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game, doesn't it? Oh, whoa. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Okay, I think there's something good in that barrel, so I'm gonna... Or that jar. I think I'm gonna try and get that. I think I'm gonna try and get it. Yeah, okay. Come on. It's a bit more Star Trek when it went... and it went well. Good. Next week's gonna be exciting. I'm switching to Star Wars The Old Republic for a bit. Oh, Dash, that's gonna be awesome. Chrono is telling me... Oh, apples. Are you serious? Chrono is saying it's available on an Amazon Canada site for $650. What is now, Chrono? I'm so curious. What is available for that much? I'm super curious. What in the world? Bread! Oh, get away. Okay. Whew. Switch OLED. Oh. 650. So 650 swapped for US dollars. Is that what you're saying? Because that's wild. Okay, taking the upper road there. I think. Ah! Eek! No, we're gonna take a hit, but we're still gonna be better than we were. So I'll take it. And then, wait a minute. Oh no! Come back! Come back! Come back! Oh man, wait, does this... There we go. Oh no! Jeez Louise. Cheese and cheddar. There we go. So yeah, we're doing better. It's obviously not getting it, Chrono says. Alright, what do we got here? Let's... Oh, I missed that. Alright, there we go. Now we're at full health. I'll take it. Boopity boop boop boop. And now what? Oh. Is this going to be another thing like last night where it just goes a lot fast? Oh boy, oh boy, oh. A lot faster than we were anticipating. Tell you what. No joke. I don't want to count my chickens before they're hatched. Or my Iagos before they're hatched. But, I suppose we could maybe... An apple to the face, Jafar! That's what I'm saying. Hey. Hey. Oh, come on now. Come on. I'm going to do apple to the face again. Come on. Woo! There we go. Ah! But yeah, we could either... I suppose we could add a little bonus Super Nintendo game in there. We could maybe play the Genesis version. I don't know. It might be an interesting comparison. I don't know. We'll have to see. If that were the case, I would have to do a little quick rewiring on my RetroTink. Oh no! But again, let's focus on what we got going right here. I did not anticipate that we would get this far, actually. Oh man! But yeah, we're definitely not doing great. Ah, oh, yeet. Jafar goes bonk. Dash says. All right, there we go. Come on now. Come on, my friend. Oh! Fine. There we go. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, Jafar? Boom. Alright, come on. Really? I don't like this. Let's go right for Jafar's face. Okay, you can use the pots to get him. Oh, Maverick, good point. Good point. Yeah, that didn't go so well. That was not our best. Let's get bread just for, no reason. Okay. Boop. Here we are. Okay. It's the quick kill strat. That makes sense. We're not in it for the quick kill. We're in it for the long haul. So I believe that is a pattern. I think it's always like that side. You know what, though? I'm going to just say, let's not worry about it. Boop. Yeah, see, it's always kind of in that general vicinity. So we'll just... Oh! We'll kind of ignore that. It's been a while since I've actually gotten this far in the game. So I've kind of forgotten the boss fight. I remember what comes next, but I don't remember this part that well. It's a bit of a struggle. Man, Jafar looks cool, though. Ah! Oh, I don't like that. Woo! Okay. Come on, Jafar. Oh, what? No! Boop! Yeah, I definitely... definitely should have played that better. Oh, man. Ugh! There we go. Eeks! There we are. Look at this guy's just tearing it up. Ugh. What you gonna do, my friend? Eh. Oh, ah! Do you like my little sound effects? No! Come on. Whee! Boop. There we go. Okay. Cool! We beat the game. Is that right? Let's play some Out to Lunch on SNES. What's that, Pixel Knight? Doop, 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 doop. Look at this little jog. Look at that animation. Just like, it's good. Got him. Time to snick. That's it. That's it, Mav. All right. So, password time. Boom. Aladdin, Jasmine Abood, and Sultan. Snack o'clock. It's snack o'clock, my friends. Final battle. And there we go. We got some chicken. Some chicked cooking. Do you remember that? Dash probably remembers that. Chicked cooking. I think there's a chicked cooking quote. If you do exclamation mark quote, I think it'll get you that. Wah! Wall chicken. No, this was a Minecraft reference. Oh dear, come on. Oh, yep. Apple to the face. Did nothing. Oh, that beautiful, glorious, dramatic slowdown. I always loved that back in the day with all these games. My feeling was that it was just intentional. It was like, look how dramatic it is all of a sudden. It's slowing down like a movie. How exciting. Wow. Yeah. Super exciting. Oh, that is some really good effects, though. Boop. Yeah, this is a good battle. I don't actually know if you can get hurt in the fire there, but we're going to pretend. Whoa, hello there. Whoa, Nelly. Whoa, Nelly. You know what? Fine. Apple to the face. Oh, you can get hurt. Okay, we learned. we're better than we were before. Okay. Oh, gee willikers. Oh, gosh. Come on now. Come on, snake egg. Whoa. That's not what we're trying to do here. Come on. All right, there we go. We do that. And then we do this. Then we go over here. Ka-cha-pow. All right. There we go. Oh, yeah. Nice little hit right there. Wa-chow. Wa-chow. Man, without the little glider. Oof. The fire hurts a lot, Maverick says. As it turns out, the fire hurts. We learned a thing. The body moving can also give you hits. Okay. Hey, Platinum Trophy Review. Welcome on in, my friend. Hey, everybody. Say hi to YouTube. Wee! Say hi to YouTube. Hello, hello. PTR is the first one to say hello to YouTube. Wee! Yeah. Look at that. That's what it's all about there. There we go. Look at that. Oh no! What? You thought you could outwit the most powerful being on Earth? You're not as powerful as you think, Jafar. He's got to say it in the 90s. You're not as powerful as you think, Jafar. The genie has more power than you'll ever have. His power will not exceed mine for long. Genie, here's my third wish. Make me an all-powerful genie. Well. Oh, man, I hate to see it. You hate to see it. To borrow a phrase from Dash Magnum. Jafar, he's our man. If he can't do it, great! I think I had a toy of the Jafar genie. Creeped me out. He was such a scary genie. Sir, are you sure about that? Your apartment size is all about to seriously shrink. Nice, Maverick. Oh, man. Patent Trophy Reviews working on a Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Nice. Oh, man. Look at that. What a great... You know what? I mean, okay, maybe oversimplifying the plot wasn't great in this case. Like, what are we teaching our kids? I'm sorry I had to lie to you, Jasmine. She's like, it's all good. I know you had to do it. Like, what a strong foundation. I mean, yeah, that's basically what happens, but it's a little more nuanced than that, right? And she says because of the stupid law. I mean, he still had a choice. I don't know. Aladdin was a bit of a sleazebag for what he did. But yeah, it works out in the end, I guess. But it's not an all's well that ends well kind of story. I don't know. What do you think? Hey, Herbert, what's up? How's it going? Welcome on in. We've just beaten Disney's Aladdin for the SNES. Well, you know what? This is also partly why I love these games. I can actually beat them. My goodness. Yeah, shoot. Pixel Knight says, no, it's fine. You can break the law. Maverick says, hey, this is crazy, but I lied to get you into my arms. Can we throw out traditional and long-standing laws? Maverick says. Yeah, it's all good. It's wonderful. Come over here, guys. Can't hear all wells that ends well without thinking of Sonic Adventure, Pixel Knight says. Oh, man. Herbert says, I'm just playing a game called Monster Hunter. Ooh, nice. That is a good one. Monster Hunter. That's a very good one. Oh, listen to this. Hold on. Oh, it's so good. What's the... And show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? I can open your eyes and take you wonder by wonder, over, sideways, and under, on a magic carpet ride, a whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming, a whole new world. Dazzling place I never knew, but when I'm way up here, it's crystal clear that now I'm in a whole new world with you. Believable sights, indescribable feelings, soaring, tumbling, freewheeling through an endless diamond sky. A whole new... Don't you dare close your eyes. 100,000 things. Hold your breath, it gets better. I'm like a shooting star. I've come so far, I can't go back to where I used to be. All right, there we go. That's a thing. Don't you dare close your eyes when attacking the Death Stars. Chrono, that's good. Technically, if Aladdin had given the lamp to Jasmine, she could have made 3 wishes to help the kingdom and her father, and then Aladdin set him free. No! Dumb ol' Aladdin. I never thought about that. What? Oh. That's sad. I guess the real 3 wishes was the genie was the genies we made friends all along the way. That's funny. That's why he made... Let's see what... So Aladdin wasn't the smartest Disney prince. There we go. That's why he made a better princess. Oh my gosh. Well, there we go, everybody. We... gosh, Hook and this game. Just breezing on through them. way faster than I originally anticipated. I don't know if I hit anything. Is it nothing? Congrats! You did it, Dash said. I love this game. Seriously, it's so good. Such a good game. Man. Yeah. This one's a good one. What can I say? So let me I was gonna do something here. I'm gonna go back to my list here for games that I am streaming. Okay. Gosh, I wish I had more streams because I've got so many. Don't worry, we're gonna do this. This is gonna be a tradition. We're gonna do more of these, a few of my favorite games things. I've got a long list of other games I want to play as well. That's not on this list of 10 because there's so many games I love. But I think speedrun of Mana Scooter says, should we just try and see how fast we can get through it? It's a classic for a reason. Dash says. Maverick says, Aladdin has an animal sidekick. He sings a song about his wishes. He has endless problems till a big, strong man comes in his life and saves him. He is a princess by Disney principle. You know what, Maverick? I've never heard that, but that's pretty interesting. That's kind of fun. All right. At about an hour and 15 minutes, is this Mana's fastest speed run? It could be. That was pretty quick. Do it, Scooter says. Wait. Okay, so you know what? This is a legitimate time for a poll. We're going to do a poll. And the poll is going to be, what next? And so it's going to be speed run this game or pop in the Genesis version. And we're going to go ahead and it's going to be a 1 minute poll. It's down there or up there or wherever it is. It's going to show up in different places for all of you. I'd love to know what you think. Go ahead and do that. I have a poll. I'm in position. It's a poll position. It's fun. I love racing games. Arcade racers. That's the best. Jasmine didn't sing about herself till the live action movie. So technically Aladdin was the Disney princess while Jasmine was the literal princess. Yeah. Actually, dang. You've convinced me, sir. So, yeah, we could totally try to speed run this. I mean, why not? There was something I was thinking, down the line, we'd do like a comparison. I thought, maybe bring in Ms. Mana and do a comparison between the games. But I guess we do have some options right now. And I guess I'm going to... While we're waiting, I'm just going to put in, let's do, pop in the Genesis game one, actually. That's what people want. People want to see the Genesis game. So I guess we're going to do that then. Let me do this. I'm going to have to, I guess I'll pop this screen up. You're going to have to bear with me for a second. Like I said, I'm going to have to maneuver a few things. It's not always an easy thing to swap these out, but I think I can do it. And if I bring my mic over here, I can chat with you still while I'm doing it, kind of explain what I'm doing here. Some of you know my struggles here with the retro Tink. I need to figure out a way for a solid state S-video splitter because I had them all with switch boxes. Unfortunately, that means that the quality degrades so much. I can't do that. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just actually unplugging my SNES from the RetroTink 2X and putting the Genesis directly into that. It's just a better signal quality. But before I do that, let me actually mute this. I just realized. Ooh. Ooh, Scooter says, I want to practice and then race you in this game. Actually, that would be super. I would love to do that. Scooter, what a great idea. That would be a good game to do it on. Okay. All right, and let's see here. Genesis. All right. All right. So I've got it plugged in now. I just need to get the game. 1 second. Real time stuff. It takes a while. Oh boy. Okay, Scooter says that does it. I'm buying the $10 update and streaming it tonight. Thanks a lot, Artemana. Well, hey, if Kendra approves. Silver Soffer, hey, the Fortnite live event was amazing. I wasn't able to play it today. I had a haircut right at 1 o'clock. Tell me about it. I'd love to know more. Okay. Okay, now, hang on a second. I did manage to get the games, but I want to show you something first. Before I put the games in, let me show you this. So, what I want to show you is that, so this is, of course, you've got your Disney's Aladdin, right? Disney's Aladdin in the clamshell case. And I've got, actually, in this particular version, somebody wrote on this piece of paper the code, right, for Aladdin. And there's the cartridge. But I have a second copy. On the back, you'll notice that they're identical, but on the front, I actually have mine signed. Retro Rewind Pod with a raid. Welcome on in, Raiders.
Thanks for raiding Art of Mana.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Retro Rewind Pod. Welcome on in, everybody. My name is Mana. I'm an E for everyone variety streamer with a focus on Nintendo, retro and original hardware, and in indie titles. We're playing Aladdin. I'm showing off right now here. So this is my Tommy Tallarico signed Aladdin game case, because Tommy Tallarico actually worked on this particular game. Cellcast Gaming, thank you so much. And this one even has in the actual box here. Look at this. Look at this little advertisement. It's the coolest ride on video. Unlimited replays available now. Rad. Love it. But yeah, obviously this is the Genesis version. So we just beat the Super Nintendo version. Everybody, coming on in. We just beat the. We're playing the Disney's Aladdin game. There we go. We just beat this. Yeah. This right here. There we go. All right. Let me get the little sleeve on it. I don't think this came with a sleeve, but I actually got extra sleeves for all of my game packs. I used to use this little like Tupperware or Sterilite bin. It was like the perfect size for Super Nintendo game cartridges. Anyways, love this game. Super good. I'm doing this thing called a few of my favorite games, and I'm playing 10 games that I love. Not necessarily my favorite games, not like a countdown to my top favorite games or anything like that. It's just games I love and I can come back to time and time again. So that's what I'm doing. And in any event, right now, because we beat the first game so quickly, I am going to just hop right on in to the Genesis version to kind of compare it. Dasco, hello. You beat DOSBox Lion King. Oh my gosh, Retro Rewind Pod. Are you serious? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Scooter says, guys, always ask your wife before buying a video game. Chaser's PSA of the day. I like it. Okay, and then Silver Soffer says the Fortnite Live event was great. The map flipped. The blue cube is dead. And now we are in downtime. Well, there you go. Stream is not over yet. I did get a haircut. I got a few cut, actually. How was that game? That's awesome. Okay, so we're going to go back to this for a second because I do just need to get my Genesis controller, get this going, and, of course, get the game set up. But I wasn't planning on playing this. It's going to take just a couple tweaks. Nothing major. But I guess actually I should say, in honor of your success there, look, Simba says hello. Simba hangs out actually on my Genesis over here, so that's the fact. All right, let me grab my Genesis controller. It's just right over here. Here we go. Put that Super Nintendo controller down, and all right. Good advice, Dash says indeed. So yeah, I did read that. It's good advice. Good advice there, Dash Magnum. I mean, Scooter. Gosh, why did I say? Dash Magnum was saying that he read it. So let me just put my Velcro around the strap here. Plug this in. Turn this on. We should be good. See if we get some video. And I'm not getting video. Hold on a second. Hang on. Blowing on the cartridge. There we go. Now we got it. I haven't actually played a Genesis game in so long. There we go. Okay, so I've got the game up, but I got to do a few little things. Retro Rewind's gonna lurk. No, not really technical difficulties. Just difficulties. All right. So, all right, I've got the controller, got the game, and now we're just gonna go right into. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this up. You can see the game going behind me there. So we're in good shape. And we're going to go ahead and get this here. Retro Rewind Pod, thank you so much for that lurk. Technically not difficulties, right? Barry the Boy, hello, how's it going? Barry the Boy, what is up? Herbert, should we tell him? What? Should we tell who? Should we tell you? Tell what? Love the new haircut. Thank you so much, Barry the Boy. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right, so we should have some audio here. There we go. I love that. There's that. Simba. Remember this. Okay, and then what I'm going to do here, I'm going hopping into studio mode because I just got to make sure that I've got the game sort of centered and all that jazz here. And so we're going to just adjust as best we can. Do we need to, actually? As a matter of fact, we might not necessarily need to. You know that? Scooter, I asked a question above. We may actually be okay here. Scooter, what do you think of Shantae being a Disney princess? Nice. All right, let's just take a look. You know what? We might be okay. Nah, I'm gonna adjust it. Hold on. It's super close, but not quite. So let me pop in here. Do that. We're just gonna adjust like so. Transform. Reset transform. And we gotta wait for it to get to a good spot where we can actually do this. The boy is on vacation until next Monday. Oh, nice. You get to play video games and watch Twitch. The life, right? That's the life right there. Now, right now, like I said, I'm just trying to get this set up. You know, I love playing retro games, but one thing, you know, you do kind of have to work at is getting the proper screen, like sort of resolution and everything. I just go straight for a stretch it however I need to for a 4x3. That's how I do it. Just get it in, make it work. That's what I do. Now I'm just going to copy that transform over to my two other sections. That's going to be for this one. Paste transform and paste transform. There we go. And I think we've got it. For example, if I just go like this, see? That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Not too bad. So this is a Disney software and Virgin Games. That's who does this one. We can only see the game in the background. Oh, yeah. Herbert, no, that's fine. I was still trying to get this part set up. That's what it was. Now I am gonna be playing with the Genesis controller here. Let's see how long it takes Mana to figure it out. Ah, yeah. Nope, we're good. It's about Art of Mana, not Aladdin, Chronos says. Okay, now there's some options here. Oh my gosh, I haven't played Genesis in so long. Difficulty, we could do practice. I mean, maybe we should... The blur feels a bit heavy. Well, remember that unfortunately, this is going through composite, not S-video. And so it is going to be... it is a bit heavy, you're right. But it's really actually just artifacting from composite. So yeah, not a whole lot I can do about it. Now, I think I'm gonna just do this. I think I'm gonna do it. I thought it was your blur effect. Animate it. I mean, there is the blur effect, but it's mostly actually just that that unfortunate thing of it being a poor picture quality. You're not wrong. It is pretty blurry. I could take the blur off, but then it won't really make as big of a difference, I think, as you would probably suspect. Now, okay, triggers are sword B, throw with A, and jump with C. Okay. Now, one little sad thing I'm realizing, I've never really attempted to play a Genesis game with the particular controller I'm using. It's actually a pretty short cord. I'm gonna try backing up a little because it's stretching the cord a little bit. It's a short cord for this controller. Are you using the Sega Genesis Mini USB controller, or are you using OG Genesis hardware? Dasco, this is OG Genesis hardware. And I think we're gonna go with what?
Well, hold on to your hats. We're being
JJD
raided.
Hype! How's it going, my friend? Thank you so much. Coming on in with the JJDB 210 raid. There's Dismond and Mongoose and Moki and KL for the Wind. Ninja Weasel plays. How are you doing, everybody? You know, I can't believe it. Hey, listen. You're coming on in to an E for Everyone variety stream. My name is Mana. This is the Art of Mana. We beat this game just before you came in. We're actually switching now from the Super Nintendo controller to the Sega Genesis controller, and we are going to be playing this game now. And Mauna built, first time in. Thank you so much for coming on into the stream. Again, I'm Mana. Ask me anything you'd like. I'm a family-friendly variety streamer, a member of the family-friendly live team that JJDB is a member of. If we could get some shout-outs for JJDB, that would be awesome. And yes, I love the Super Nintendo version. What I'm doing during this month, I'm playing some of my favorite games. And the Super Nintendo version is my favorite. But we beat it. We still had time. We could still go. And so we're going to play this. We're going to go into practice mode, though, just because. And look, that's some of the info there. And this is going to just give us some story. That's all right. Mongoose, I used to love playing this on Genesis when I was a kid. Well, so interestingly, by the way, I was showing off. This is a copy of my. I have two copies, and this one has Tommy Tallarico's signature on it, who actually worked on the game. Is cereal a soup? Good question, Pixel Knight. I refuse to answer. So the two versions of this game, I remember 321 Contact, a magazine I had as a kid, really hyping the Genesis version because it had the original animators and artists working to create this game. And the graphics and whatnot, but and you can see it here, right? I mean, it looks like the original. But I think the Rage Band games, hello. I think the Super Nintendo version feels more like the movie, if that makes sense. Does that make any sense? Like, this, swinging a sword, that doesn't quite feel like Aladdin, And you can already see, like, graphically, it's got sort of a very Disney animated look, but it's very flat, compared to what we saw on the Super Nintendo. So I'm not trying to cast aspersions. I'm just sharing what my favorites are. This is actually Ms. Mana's favorite. The animation is beautiful. The art is beautiful, but the feel, what you're doing, the set pieces. You're in this. You're a sword swashbuckler. In the game we just played, you're like doing parkour, and that's more like Aladdin, right? But hey, as Dismon points out, Aladdin's a resourceful man. He'll do whatever it takes. So fair point. One thing I do want to address real quickly here, if you give me a second, is I just want to take a look at the filters I've got here. I might adjust the color correction ever so slightly here. There we go. That is more, well, that's maybe too much. It's just the saturation was really high. It's got to be a little higher. Maybe like that. Not quite like that. Like right there. We'll do that. How does that feel? Does that feel good? Does that seem good? Okay. The idle animation is fun, gotta admit. Dash, see, I'm getting one over on this. Okay. So, I gotta remember how to do this. Oh, there we go. A little sword sling in there. Oh, look at that. And the enemies, the little animations. I mean, this is great. Okay. Ooh. And how the health bar is part of your genie lamp smoke. It's kind of cool. All right, here we go. Boy, those apples don't seem very red, do they? I don't know. I might just adjust. Let's do a little hue shift, maybe. No, maybe not. Yeah, that's about what I'm seeing, so we'll just go with that. That's what I'm seeing. Again, we're playing on original hardware. This is with composite video on a Model 2 Genesis with just the standard composite out through a RetroTink 2X. And then I do have the RetroTink 2X vertical line filter going, as well as the OBS blur effect just ever so slightly, just to kind of give us a little bit more of an authentic CRT look and feel. This is not a really inaccurate way to represent the game, I feel. If you were plugging this into a consumer television, you're probably going to be getting something a little bit like this. The Genesis definitely had its strengths, but it was not as powerful as the Super Nintendo. It was a time when Nintendo actually was the best, most powerful machine on the market. I shouldn't say best, but, well, I'm a little biased. But it was the most powerful machine on the market, that's for sure. Rage Band Games, how are you doing? Ooh. Oh my goodness. The Steam version has very bad screen tearing to where it was driving me nuts, Tosco says. Oh no, really? Oh yeah, that's no good. Yeah, you don't want the screen tearing. Screen tearing, there we go. Not stream tearing either, you don't want that. You know what I mean? There we go. I keep wanting to jump on enemies, though. It's so weird. It's like a run and hack and slash game now, all of a sudden, right? But, made a rib dinner for some friends tonight, Rage Paint Games. Fun! Very nice. Of course, we've got some great music and some great animation here. So, I really do like this game. It's a good one, but it's not the same, Look at the moves that Aladdin has here. That's some spinning around. That's your parkour right there. I think we can buy stuff. Oh, yeah. Should we buy... I don't know what the difference is, but we can only buy this. We'll buy that. It's a deal. Boom. Got it. But see what I mean? How it can get a little confusing as to where you're meant to go, what you can walk on or land on. Ooh, darn. Oh, see? There you go. Ah, there we go. And if we could get a shout-out for Rage Pink Games, that would be awesome. And, okay, here we go. Oh, look, we got a life. We can keep going until we lose. We got another life. Lucky us. And I just like when my screens are teared, Dio says. I'm with you. That's all the apples we need. I didn't really know it had that. But hello to everyone. Welcome on in. Manny, you should watch Sketch when she does her art streams. They're so fun, and she is so good. Nice. Ooh, we got a bonus level here with our friend Abu. Yeah, you can see I did crop out like a little around the border you can see on the TV here. That shows up in the raw signal. It would not have shown up in the on a commercial set, because if you're unaware, CRT televisions, they had a bit of overscan. So, oh, see, I should use my sword. Yeah, it's the reason that a lot of the HUD elements, heads-up display elements, your life and various things, like in this case, your gems and apples, are closer towards the center than right out to the very edge of the screen. Yeah, this is definitely looking very much like the film. The artwork in this is pretty superb, yeah. Now, Dismond says, hey, I saw you in Fortnite earlier today. Did you manage to catch the event? Alas, I had a haircut for these haircuts right at 1. So, unfortunately, I did miss out on those haircuts. Or on those events. Now, this was a stream to show some of my favorite games. I would not necessarily consider this one of my favorite games, but it's fun to play a little bit. I don't know that we're going to actually beat this game. We're just going to play as much as we feel like. If we start feeling like, I don't want to really do it, then, well, cool, we'll end it. I don't want to be disparaging of this game at all, because this is a very subjective thing. What games do you like? I think that this game has the potential for being one I would really love, actually. I just didn't really play a lot of it. I didn't grow up playing it, and so having not played a lot, I tend to favor the other one more so. But as I'm going, as I'm going through this now, I'm kind of starting to feel like maybe I need to give this a little bit more time. I don't know. I know Ms. Mana would say so. Her and her family loved this game. Still do. In fact, my brother-in-law did pick up that collection that had this game on it, and we did play it on there. It was pretty fun. That was the last time I played this. That was probably, about, probably about a month or so after it came out. Yeah, Dismond, I know it's so sad that I missed out on that. I would have liked to have played it. Thought that maybe I would be able to, but unfortunately, because, like I said, it was at a time that I had another obligation and couldn't change my appointment time. But that's okay. I'll certainly get around to playing an actual Fortnite event at some point. I still haven't, but I did play some Fortnite. I enjoyed this season at the end, having all of the mechs. That was a really fun little aspect. Wait, am I not, doing anything? There we go. So, Bestia Man and I actually were playing with the mechs in 2-player. That was super fun. See how confusing this is, though? But I like this little snake. Isn't that from Jungle Book? All these little Disney connections. It's pretty cool. I don't know. Am I supposed to get the other scarab? I don't know. Oh, there we go. Knocked out. Like I said, this is all fairly new to me. This is not the game that I've grown up with. So Find the scarab. Yeah, so I guess I need to get the other piece of the scarab. I guess that's the game. That's the level, I mean. If I read, it'll help. Okay. So now I need to get back that one piece that I did and then find an entrance to the other piece. It's a little bit of puzzle platforming, I guess. Maybe that's why the level's laid out this way. See, I was almost going to say maybe it's bad design, but you know what? Maybe not. This is something that I've become aware of recently. You know, some people have been disparaging about Metroid Dread, and it's mostly, I would say, because they're not familiar with the style of game that the Metroid franchise is. And so I want to be careful about making too many comments here that are assuming things about the level design when really, like, hey, if I had paid more attention, I would have noticed, yeah, this is actually meant to be more confusing because you're trying to find the scarab pieces. Yeah. So, see, although jumping into that shouldn't have hurt me. Oh, gosh. So how do I get over to that scarab? I must have to go out somewhere. Can I go? Oh, I can't. Can't really do that. How do you get up there? I wonder. Little like Ka or the snake from Robin Hood, Dash says. Exactly. To be honest, the only thing I didn't like about Dread's level design is not knowing which overall area I had to be in. You know, Disman, that's fair. I did have a few moments where I was pretty confused as to what I was supposed to do. This is kind of funny. You've got the little beach huts here. Changing rooms. And then the genie one! And then you got a Boo doing his thing there. Too funny. And then, wait a minute. Why is there another scarab here? Was that it? Do we need 3 pieces? I guess that was it. Cool. Maverick says, I only got lost once in Dread. That happened to me too. One time, I did get lost though. I will admit, I did get lost. It is a good game. Very good game. Oh, we lost. All right, there we are. Agrabah rooftops. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Keeping on, doing all the stuff and things. I think there's a life up there I would like to get if I could. Oh, hello. Oh, yes. Okay. This level is another one of those ones where I guess it's more of a puzzle platformer. It's a very different feel. And so I think I need to get all the right flutes so that I can get up on these magic ropes. So like that now allows me to use this rope. It's actually a pretty cool little idea. And so then this one lets me use this rope. See? Yeah. Clever. It's very different. Again, you know, the Super Nintendo Aladdin is all about momentum, and again, it's really like a parkour game. This is very much more like a Mega Man. You know, it's the stop and go kind of platforming. I think I've always liked platforming like Mario, where you just have momentum and you're just cruising through. So that's a personal taste thing, right? But I need to approach this more like a Mega Man game. I think that would actually help a lot. This is about these little encounters with enemies and the like, where you need to be strategic. You can't just outdance these enemies, right? Hey, Dio, everyone have a good night. It's tomorrow here and time for rest. Dio, thank you ever so much. Oops, I just got hit. Thank you ever so much for coming in, and so good to see you, my friend. Good night, Dio. Does that mean we have to start this whole level over? I think it does. That's okay, though. Oh, there's that flute that we need. Can we... I mean, I guess... Oh. There we go. So it's the various pots that you get. That's what it is. Oh, no, that was just, that was a different one. Oh, boy. There we go. Whew. Animate Barrel, you gotta go. Good night, Mana. Oh, Animate Barrel, I love all your faces. I'm exhausted, gonna lurk for a bit and go to bed. Animate Barrel, I understand. Thank you so much for coming. It's always so good to hang out with you. You're such an awesome member of the community. As you know, I've said it 1,000 times. You're always welcome here. And have a wonderful night. Sleep well, my friend. And hopefully I'll catch you on Tuesday. That'll be my next stream. Next week, we'll do Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So 3 of our favorite things streams. That'll be a good one. I don't think we're going to beat this. I don't think we are. But yeah, I'm going to definitely say that if I put more time into this, I betcha I'd really start to appreciate it more. Not to say I'm not appreciating it totally, but again, I tend to favor that Super Nintendo version. Very different types of games. This one is pretty gorgeous though. I don't like this. Do I need to like jump up here? There we go. So maybe we don't go for all the apples right now. There we go. Whoa! There we are. That's fun. Okay, and this is where we lost last time. So what do we do? Oh, there's a rope. We have to go on the rope on the other side. See, it was there, visible, but I just missed it. That was my bad. There we go. We'll grab the genie head there. I think those are just extra points. I'm not totally sure. Ooh. Oh. And that takes you all the way down. Ooh, hello. Oh, gosh. Okay. Dangerous. Oh, boy. Now there's that. Ooh, can we get that? Oh, no. Is there a way to get it? Maybe if we jump or launch this way? No. I want that one up, but I don't know how to get it. Ooh, that was close. That might be the way to do it. Better hop to bed, Dismond says. Gotta get up early, play some Fortnite. Yeah, I might be playing some Fortnite too, actually. Tomorrow, Ms. Man and I are gonna do a date night, though. That'll be super nice. Just relax. Oh boy. Woo! We got one hit left. Let's see if we can't make this happen. Here we go. And I think maybe we might just say after this level, after we get out of Agrabah, I think we might just call it. I think that's going to be the end of our stream. Because, yeah, this is definitely worth revisiting another time. But I think this was good to just hang out, get get destroyed. That's what that was. Just get destroyed by what's-his-face. But, this was a good opportunity just to, basically catch up and kind of see what this version is like compared to the Super Nintendo version. Yeah, I would not consider this my favorite game at the moment, but I also think it has potential if I were to put more time and invest more time into it. Here we go. There's our rope. I like that mechanic too. But yeah, being someone who's not really, oh boy, oh my goodness, who's not really super familiar with this, I can see where it's definitely got a challenge to it. I think I've watched this more than I've played it actually. Oh boy, oh boy. Now, I'm out of apples. So do I have to oh, more apples. Oh, good. Okay. I've got apples. Oh, gosh. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I'm all over the place. No! One more hit. Oh, boy. Oh! Whoo! We did it! And thank you, Dash. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's see if we get anything good. An apple! And that's it. We got an apple. With both halves of the scarab, Aladdin is ambushed unexpectedly by the palace guards. Didn't we have like a bunch of the scarab? I don't know. Just in the nick of time too. GG. So there we go. Hey, but look at the artwork is really good, isn't it? That is really good. It is super good, actually. So yeah, I'll give that to you. So then you're in the dungeon. There we go. So friends, I think that's a good stopping point right there. If you agree, right here we're in the dungeon. that's what's gonna happen. We're in the poor us, stuck in the old dungeon. Let's go ahead and I suppose we should probably snap our fingers here. Ready? 3, 2, 1, snap. And we are going to share the love tonight. We're going to go ahead and raid somebody. Let's see who we're going to raid. Maverick, thank you. Hope everyone has a good night. Now, is Scooter streaming? Actually, let's take a look. I'm going to check. If Scooter is streaming, we're going to raid Scooter. I suspect, maybe. I don't know when Scooter was planning on going live. But let's take a peek here. Because I'm thinking, could be. I'm just gonna put that down there, a little bit quieter. Who is live right now that I am following? Do we see a Scooter? Oh, One Up John playing a Game Boy Pocket stream. That's kind of fun. A little retro right there. One Up John's a cool dude. Yeah, Scooter is not on right now. Let's see here. So I'm thinking... Let me just go back here and see if I've missed something. Herbert says, good night, Art of Mana. Thank you so much for coming in, Herbert. Dash says, sounds good. This was a fun stream tonight. Congrats on being 2 of your faves in one run. Yeah, right? Two games. The first game, and then Aladdin, Hook on Aladdin. Super good. I hope that you'll enjoy. Oh, you're about to be live? Perfect, Scooter. I'll wait for you to go live. Let's chat for a minute, my friends. We'll chat for a minute. As soon as Scooter's live, we're going to raid Scooter. That's what we're going to do. So yeah, just a few more thoughts, then I'll share my plan for next week. Again, is Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So if you're able to hang out with me, we've got 3 fun games that I'll reveal, of course, next week. And they're gonna be fun. I guarantee it. We've got some good ones. I got to remember what I wrote down, though. What is... Hold on. I said that, and then I realized I might have forgotten. Let's see. Of course, you don't know. I could always change these. Who would know, right? Get back there again. So... Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good one. What I'll tell you right now is we are going to... Like, right now, we've done a couple of Super Nintendo games. Again, 90s, I love them. You know, Super Nintendo, great system. Super Nintendo and the Wii are my 2 favorite consoles, 2 favorite systems. Love them. Hey, you know what? This is the first time I've streamed my Genesis through a RetroTink 2X, I just realized, by the way. Speaking of consoles. Anyway, so we did a couple of Super Nintendo games this week. Next week, we are going to... it's going to be a little different. That's all I'm going to say. I said a few of my favorite games. I didn't say it's all from a generation. I didn't say they're my top games. No specifics. They're games that kind of invite you in, that kind of comfy and cozy, that kind of thing. It's all about just feeling, like just enjoying gaming, enjoying a couple of things that are fun, and that maybe that nostalgia colors things, sure, but For me, Hook is one of those games, like I said, I could just pick it up anytime and just start playing just for the fun of it. Same thing with the Super Nintendo Aladdin. It's like I can just jam with it. Even if I only play a level or so, you know? So we've got some more games like that, games that I just enjoy diving into time and time again, whether I've played it recently or not, whether I played it a lot before or not. They're just games that I love. And maybe this might be a good time for you to think about some of the games that you love to play. And if you get an opportunity to just enjoy some of these games, whether they're new or old, I highly encourage you to do it. I've found gaming to be such a fun part of my life, and the storytelling aspects, the muscle memory aspects, the art side of it, all of that has had an impact on me. And I really am grateful for being basically being born around the the best era of gaming, right? Being able to grow up with some of the best games, and right now we're in such an incredible era of gaming because not only do you have all the old great games, but you have new things that are just building off of those foundations. And the one thing though I felt is that you're so spoiled for choice now that it can be difficult to find something and just dig in for hours and hours and hours. At least it is for me. And so one of the things that was really cool was back in the day, there were certain games that I would just dig out because I had, maybe 20 something games or 40 something games. And it was like, okay, I'm going to play this one again. Oh, I'm going to play this one again. That was like at, the top when I was kind of growing up. Sometimes it was like, I had 10 games, right? When I started, I had Mario and Duck Hunt. So I think that as time has gone on, I've been so interested in other games, but having a few that I played so much that I want to keep returning to has kept me grounded as a gamer and has kept me enjoying the games that I'm playing, because I can always go back to a few and just enjoy it. So yeah. Okay, Chrono going into a wormhole. There you go. Let me just take a look here. I'm going to refresh this page and see if Scooter might be live now. Let's take a peek. Scooter, are you live? Scooter, are you live? Not yet. Waiting for Scooter. I would like to raid. Now, I know he said that I didn't have to necessarily wait. It'd be a couple of minutes. If he's still here, let me know what you're thinking. If it's going to be, just a minute or two, I can wait. But if it's going to be, 10, maybe what I'll do is I'll just say, hey, everybody, go check out Scooter. In fact, that's what I'm going to do right now. Just went live, Scooter says. Perfect. All right. Raid Scooter 102089. We got a raid going, my friends. Please join me. Scooter is such a great guy. He and I actually got a chance last Monday to play a few of the Nintendo 64 online games, just hanging out and chatting. We have a lot of similar interests in games. So you're going to go get to see some more Aladdin. He's a family-friendly streamer. Well, most often. Sometimes he plays things that aren't family-friendly or has guests that aren't family-friendly. But a member now of my stream team, Club Tortimer. How exciting is that? And we're going to go send some love his way, hang out with him, and end our evening. My friends, thank you for joining me with a few of my favorite games. We will be back again next week. In the meantime, do good, be well, stay safe and healthy. Thank you all for being here, for all your support today. And I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye. "4 years from Dash Magnum."